Welcome back to Dubai Real Estate Philosophy. My name is Ahmed, and today we're going to talk about Emaar's Expo Living Terra Gardens. We just dropped two new videos on Emaar's The Valley, and of course, we recently talked about Expo City Dubai's Expo Valley views. So, Expo Valley views and Terra Gardens are both going to be side-by-side projects. It just depends which one you like better, which one you feel has a better payment plan, has better ROI, all these things that we're going to talk about in this video. So let's jump right in. For those of you who haven't seen our Expo video, you should go check that out. We go in depth into Dubai South, the Maktoum International Airport, and all these things that are going to have the same impact on Emaar's Expo Living as well. They go hand in hand. So Emaar Expo Living, if we scroll down, this is basically where the Expo Living site is now. For those of you who remember, we did a Terra Heights video as well. That was the first launch that came in Expo Living. The people who bought there, they've seen phenomenal growth. It was an excellent project. And now this is the second chapter of that project called Terra Gardens. That was Terra Heights. This is Terra Gardens. And you can already see all the plus points. We have the Dubai Exhibition Center right there. Right after this is the Expo Mall. And of course, we have the Wasl Dome, the metro access, all the points you need to make a good community. And of course, Emaar is no newcomer when it comes to building communities. That is their entire unique selling point, where they make amazing communities. So this is basically where it's located. Now, again, most people, they already know a lot about our Expo. They've seen our Expo video. We did an excellent video inside Expo. We did an excellent video on the valley views by Expo. More or less, it is going to be the same. So this is the entire map of Dubai. Again, this is going to be the entire Expo city. This is kind of what it looks like. Of course, this is the airport and all that stuff. This is where the Expo Valley views were coming, and this is exactly as it highlights Expo Living by Emaar. This is where Terra Gardens is. Again, shift to the Dubai South side. You guys can see there's a lot of communities and growth happening. The Oasis just released, Grand Polos is over here, the Heights is coming soon. Stay tuned for that. We just made a video on the Valley, so you guys can see this area is pretty much saturated. It's pretty much appreciated to quite a certain extent. So if you want to get in early, get those low price per square foot, these are the areas where you want to shift towards now. So moving on, Terra Gardens Expo Living. This is going to be the community inside, basically where the building areas are. You guys can see a nice football field, very nice green, some elevation, some F&B options. They have a padel court over there, and of course all these other amenities that Emaar is very well known for. We've covered Creek Harbor, Dubai Hills Estate. It's something that's not new for Emaar. They do this all the time. And of course, this is going to be excellent for short-term rentals because of all the things that we discussed about in our Expo video, all the events that are happening in Dubai Exhibition Center. They're going to be phenomenal, and these projects are going to see that growth as well. Nature at heart, again, that lifestyle is all what Emaar is about, and people coming in. Again, we discussed about this in our Expo video, where we have more businesses coming in, we have more trade coming in because of the airports, because of Jebel Ali Port. Etihad Rail is coming over as well. So all these things means more business, more people coming in, and most importantly, more footfall that will be coming into Expo to see the events. They're going to be visiting the mall. You already have metro access, so this is perfectly positioned to let you access that short-term rental opportunity, and of course long-term as well, for all the people who work in the kind of companies that are already located here. For example, Siemens in Dubai. Again, I'm going to link the other videos as well where we go more deep into it. So these are some of the renders. Again, very luxurious, very modern, very chic, the typical Emaar design ethos that these guys have. A lot of natural sunlight coming in, some more renders. You guys can see the other projects that these guys recently had, some views of the pool from the bedrooms and stuff. Most importantly, these are, again, we're gonna do our own investment analysis in a bit that we're gonna start, that most of our viewers really like, what helps them make a good informed decision. So we have 323 one beds, 209 2 beds, 23 beds, and 8, of course, 3-bedroom townhouses. Those are the respective prices. Now keep in mind, this project was launched some time back, so it really depends what you come for and what you have. Of course, 1 beds, 2 beds are very hard to secure, but we thought that we'd do this video anyway just to keep people up because we got a lot of requests. Now, a very normal Emaar payment plan, 80-20, so you guys can see 80% during construction, 20% on the handover, which is October of 2029, and we are in almost the end of 2025, so we have more or less around 3 years, or 3-year basically ending, so almost 3 years, 3.5, 4 years probably, when this project is going to be done. And we're going to look at all the permutations and of course the appreciation until that time that is going to come. Again, some more renders of that nice pool, the nice community vibe. Again, all these things are great if you want to live for yourself, but these are exactly the things which is good for us as landlords, where we can rent it out easier, sell it out easier, because people want to live here. Of course, jogging tracks, all these things. Again, we have the main pool, kids play area, outdoor gym, jogging track, you name it, they will probably have it. Now, these are the typical floor plans. You can pause the video, look at the floor plans. Nothing crazy going on. This is very normal Emaar floor plan. The cool thing is that they do come in with a walk-in wardrobe. Same thing with the 2-bed. Of course, in the 2-bed, you do have a master bedroom with your walk-in wardrobe, and then of course you have a bathroom on the outside, which is shared with 1 bed, and of course can also be used as a powder room. 3-bed coming in with the same stuff, except you do have 2 basically bathrooms with an attached ensuite, and the 1 bathroom of course is your powder room, and for the 1 bedroom. Now, this is something that's not always available in Emaar buildings, but these are the townhouses. This is really for people who want to live in there and they want that extra space. Of course, Emaar being connected, Expo Living being connected to the Emaar, the Expo site. Of course, there's going to be a lot of Fortune 500 companies. Siemens is already there. A lot of people who are going to be working there, and they might want to live there with their families. Of course, they want more space, so this is an excellent opportunity for them. Not the best when it comes investment wise. Of course, price per square foot for this unit is going to be very low. We're going to see that in our analysis now. But regardless, that's an option that is there as well. So, Terra Gardens investment analysis. So let's talk about number 1, the market position and strategic location. Again, we discussed about this in our Expo video. I'll link that down as well. Expo City currently, in my opinion, is the next Dubai Hills Estate movement. Okay, now a moment basically. It's not as big, obviously, as Dubai Hills Estate, but that appreciation is definitely there. The project sits inside Expo Living, right beside number 1, the most importantly, Expo City, the region's future largest exhibitions hub. A lot of footfall, a lot of demand that's going to be created. Al Maktoum International Airport, or Dubai World Central, DWC, under massive expansion that is going to create a lot of jobs. A lot of hubs are going to be formed there, and those people need a place to live, and that's great for us again as landlords. Of course, they do have the Metro Red Line station already there and functioning. That's great for accessibility. The Expo Mall is ready. It is going to be started very soon. This district is currently undervalued, in my opinion, compared to Dubai Hills Estate, Dubai Creek Harbor, and Arabian Ranches, but of course has similar master developer ambitions. Those communities are all maturing. They're done. People who bought there 5 years ago, 10 years ago, even for Dubai Hills Estate, those are the guys who are making a lot of appreciation, but they're not the best to get into now because they have matured to quite an extent. Not to take away anything from those communities, but if you want to get in, take a bit of risk, get more appreciation, this is where you want to be. Investor insight: as Expo City matures, the area will shift from emerging to prime secondary, giving capital appreciation potential in the 5 to 8 year window by the time this project completes. Now, this is just a calculation of the price per square foot. You guys can see the townhouses are the lowest, but of course, they're not the best when it comes to rentals or resale, because of course the prices are a bit higher, smaller pool of buyers, and of course it's a bit more expensive to rent a 3-bed. But once you do have someone living in there, it's very stable. So most people, they usually take it for personal use. 1, 2, and 3 beds. 3 beds are rare as well, are basically where you want to be for investments. Now, again, conclusion: the townhouse has the lowest dirhams per square foot cost. The 1 and 2 bedrooms have the tightest prices, showing Emaar balancing affordability with the high demand. Of course, expected annual rents Again, these are our numbers that we figured out. Always do your own research. But for the 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, these are very conservative numbers. Something that we always like to show our investors. There's a lot of people out there who are over promising way too much. But these are standard, something that is very bare minimum doable easily in this project. Now, ROI conclusion, best rental yield, of course, is the 1 and 2 beds. Most stable family market is, of course, the 3 beds. Again, I wouldn't really advise it if you're just an investor or if you really want to have some long-term value in this area, which Dubai South overall is a very long-term project. Then you could maybe think about 3 beds. Now, capital appreciation forecast, again, this is from all the way from 2025 now till 2030, just a bit after it gets handed over. Factors driving the growth, again, DWC, the airport, mega expansion. For those of you who know, Dubai Air Show is currently going on. Etihad Air, Emirates Airline, these guys are ordering more planes. They need to invest all this stuff in Dubai Maktoum Airport because Dubai World Central or Al Maktoum International Airport is obviously expanding, but Emirates moving there, they're already making strategic decisions. They're already financing deals to ensure that, by the time they're going to shift there, which is very soon from now, maybe 4 to 5 years down the line, and DXB gets shut down, they're going to have all these facilities like catering facilities and, hangars for their airplanes. So that investment is coming in. We're already seeing it. It's not something, it used to, feel like it's something that's far off in the future, but we're already here just 5 years down the line, which in aviation terms is not that long term, fairly close by. So that's definitely going to see that capital appreciation bump for our investment as well. Of course, the Expo Mall opening will be coming soon, and Expo City becoming a major business and event district, which it already is, but it's going to get just bigger. Again, I highly advise you watch our Expo video as well. Where we really get into the nitty-gritty numbers and talk about it. And of course, the Emaar branding premium. Emaar, that's what they're known for. Dubai Hills Estate, Creek Harbor, Marina, Downtown, Mina Rashid. These are all the things which they have historical data. They're not just, pie in the sky numbers that they're coming up with. So expected appreciations, 1 and 2 bedroom, again, 20 to 32% by handover. 3 bedrooms, the townhouses, again, based on comparable Emaar early community performance, something that's very doable. It's very conservative. It most likely will be more, but of course you always want to look at conservative numbers while making the thing. Now, based on the data, the best investment choice is the overall 2 bedrooms are pretty solid. Why? Because they have a very strong layout. It's not too small. It's not crazy big as a townhouse. They have the best balance of price, size, and future rental demand. So it's got good enough demand for the future where it's not too small for a 1 bedroom. Maybe there's a bit more people, maybe there's a couple that are going to have, they're expecting kids or something like that, then definitely they need to move into a 2 bed rather than 1 beds are usually rented out by bachelors or early couples. So I mean, it really does help you expand your rental pool. And of course, excellent price per square foot, best combination of ROI plus appreciation, high appreciation play. If that's what the game you want to play, then of course the 3-bed townhouse is there. Undervalued square foot cost at 1900 something. That is excellent, but keep in mind the exit strategy is what you need to worry about if you want to exit fast, and 3-bedroom townhouses or the 3 bedrooms are not where it's going to be because they're a bit more highly priced. The buyer pool is going to be a bit less, but you do make excellent amount of appreciation. So if you have a long-term plan where you want to get it, just rent it out, forget about it, maybe 10 years down the line, because 4 years you're in until you pay the payment plan, then you get the handover. 4 or 5 years you want to rent it out, now you're in the project for 10 years, and then you want to go sell, then 3 bedrooms are no-brainer because they have the best price per square foot, and 10 years down the line you would have made an excellent amount of appreciation and earned a solid amount of rental income because of course 3 beds have excellent rental income as well. Highest yield is of course the 1 beds always because they are the lowest price. And before we just wrap this up, again, we put this in our Expo video as well, but I want to reiterate and help you understand the footfall and the science behind it. So DEC, which is Dubai Exhibition Center, DWTC, which is Dubai World Trade Center. For those of you who live in Dubai, you know on Sheikh Zayed Road, that is where all the events happen. Now they have changed it to DEC. The expansion is happening. Now to understand that, again, historically hosted 3.5 million plus visitors a year. That's a lot of footfall, 500 plus events annually, and this activity is now shifting toward DEC at Expo, and they want to expand that. This is what happened in Expo. Again, you can pause the screen, and by 2030, DEC expected to surpass 4 million visitors a year. That's a lot of potential people who need a short-term rental. And if you go right now and search the Rove Hotel that is in Expo, they are charging almost 2,000 dirhams a night, a single night, for a small 50-meter hotel studio. So you can imagine the kind of rental income. Now, obviously, as supply of the apartments increases as well, that will go a bit down, but still phenomenal amount of people coming in that area. Bigger venue, metro access, airport proximity. What more do you need? And again, how footfall converts into rental demand. Again, we've done this presentation before, but I want to reiterate, corporate leasing around DWTC historically achieved 10 to 15% higher occupancy than the Dubai average. Similarly, it's going to be expected in DEC. Short-term rental demand projected to go 20 to 35%. Expected rents, now these are for the Expo ones that we covered, but again, you can expect the similar rentals as well. Now, impact on property values and ROI. Again, historical DWTC area apartments appreciated 15 to 25% faster than the city average. So you can imagine, doesn't matter if you're in Expo Valley views, which we just dropped recently, or you're in Terra Heights, you bought one of our clients from Terra Heights who bought earlier, you're going to be expected. This presentation is for you as well. That's good news. So overall, some solid numbers, some solid data that is going to help us understand and make a better decision for Expo Valley views, Emaar, Expo Living. Some solid projects are coming out. I think this is something that's really definitely something that should be on top of your list to look at if you're looking to invest in Dubai at this time. So as always, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You can always reach me at the number on the top right corner for any support. Again, you always have to remember, I do work with Aeon and Trisl. We are the #1 brokerage for Emaar, which is the largest property developer in the world outside of China. And so it really helps us secure the units. And whoever you're working with, always double check their agency, see who they are, make sure the agency is reputable and they do some solid stuff. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.